What is going on? Good morning, good day, good evening, whenever this is for you. This yoga routine is going to help you with anxiety, okay? Now the main thing with anxiety is that we're not in the present moment when we're experiencing it. We're oftentimes thinking in the future and oftentimes very scared of the future, whether that be 5 seconds or 5 months along the line. So we're going to bring our awareness to our breath and we're going to combine breath and movement. For example, as we sweep the arms up, inhale. And as we sweep the arms down, exhale. Through the nose if you can. Inhale. And exhale. So this is going to be the theme of today's class. Synchronizing breath with movement. An absolute remedy if you're feeling anxious, depressed, or any emotion really. So let's get on the mat and let's enjoy this practice and let's dedicate this to personal growth. This is more than a workout. This is more than exercise. This is about growth and development of you. So let's get on the mat and we'll get moving. We'll be patient and we'll breathe with our movement. Do your best, okay? Peace. Okay, so first things first, take a block, a cushion, or anything that you can use to just sit on and slightly elevate your hips. Take your time, you need to pause the video and go and find something. Go ahead. When you're ready, let's bring our awareness to our breath. We can gently close the eyes if that feels okay. And just become aware of your own breath right now in this moment, as it is. As it is. When you're ready, let's take the hands behind the head, clasp the fingers together. We'll pull the elbows in like we're lengthening the spine. And on the inhale, let's open up the arms and gaze towards the sky. Open the chest and open the shoulders. On the exhale, round forwards, round in the upper back, bring the elbows together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Breathe with your rhythm. Or you can follow me if it feels okay. Inhale. Just relax. Breathe with the movement. We'll start opening even more. Really trying to bring the chest through. And start closing more. Creating that roundness in the spine. Just a couple more. And final time. Exhale. Relax the hands to the knees. And just become aware of how you feel right now. Let go of any expectations for this practice. And know that we're going especially slow because this practice is for mental health. This is for patience. This is for being in the present moment. This is not just to exercise. This is so that you feel calm and sound in your mind, okay? So I hope you're patient with me. And throughout this practice, which we're about to go deeper into, I want you to bring this energy and this attitude of patience and willingness to synchronize the breath with the movement so that you feel amazing and you feel at peace, integrated in body and mind, okay? Let's come onto hands, knees and toes. And before we do anything, let's open the knees nice and wide, big toes together, and we're going to sink back into child's pose. So allow the hips to come back as far as possible, maybe with a slight tuck of the tailbone. Become aware of your breath once again and focus on the touch between your forehead and the ground. If your forehead doesn't reach the ground, you can create a shelf with the hands, but just focus on that feeling on the forehead as it touches and makes contact. No future, no past. Just here, in this moment. And giving yourself full permission to have time and space to focus on you just for a few minutes, and then the problems and the calculations of the world can begin. But before we get started with that, this is our investment. When you're ready, let's come onto our hands, knees and toes, and we'll start to make some circles over the wrists. Try and create a nice stretch in the wrists. And on the way forwards, inhale. And on the way back, exhale. You'll notice this requires you to slow down the movement if you're going to create a harmony with the breath. And that's okay. The breath teaches us to be patient. It teaches us to slow down instead of warming up with speed. We're moving with the breath. Inhaling forwards and exhaling backwards, making some nice circles. Engaging with the tailbone and the spine, just getting a little bit of fluidity coming into the spine. I always say in my classes, move like Shakira. Move into the hips. Activate the spine. Let's take another inhale, bring the chest through. On the exhale, round the upper back, press through the ground, tuck the tailbone. Inhale through. Exhale. Inhale through. Exhale. Really getting into the spine. Separate those shoulder blades. 2 more times. Exhale. And again. Final exhale, let's tuck our toes and we'll push back into downward facing dog. Now we can bicycle the heels one at a time, just to warm into the back of the legs, still working with the spine, the hips, ebbing and flowing, rocking side to side, and engaging with our nice long and deep breath. Pulling both heels to the ground. Raising the hips but keeping the heels low. And pulling the head all the way through the shoulders. When you're ready, roll to a high plank. Keep the shoulder blades pressed apart, pushing firmly through the ground. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's step our right foot in between the hands. Take your time and position the ankle underneath the knee. When you're ready, left knee comes to the ground. Inhale, raise through the arms. Sinking deeper on the exhale. Breathing deeply here for 3, 2. Relax the shoulders. And 1. On the exhale, hands to the ground. Press back through both feet into downward facing dog. Pull the head through the shoulders. And breathe deeply once again. Let's bring the left leg in between the hands. Ankle over knee, inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. Breathing at your own pace. And on the exhale. Hands to the ground. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll to high plank. Exhale, with or without the knees. Chaturanga. And inhale into cobra. We can take our hands in front. That just feels a little bit intense right now. And let's come back to our breath. Inhaling deeply as we open the chest and shoulders. Exhale. Deepening into the spine. Be patient. And just walking the hands back gradually. Just increasing the intensity. When you're ready, press back to child's pose. Knees nice and wide, big toes together. Creating that shelf with the hands again if you need to, or extend the arms, bring the head towards the ground. This is your safe space. Release the tension from your neck, from your spine. And when you're ready, let's go once again. Pressing back into downward facing dog. Let's take our right leg up nice and high. And we're going to step it in between the hands. Pressing the left heel to the ground. And straightening through the right leg as much as possible. This is a pyramid pose. On the inhale, lengthen the spine. If you need to bring your hands to the shin, go for it. But it might challenge your balance a little bit. Do your best. Coming deeper on the exhale. Lengthening the spine on the inhale. Let's bend at the right knee. Left hand to the ground. And we'll twist to our right, even coming onto the pinky side of the back foot. Maybe even the pinky side of the front foot. Raising through the arms. And hands to the ground. Let's bring our right foot back to downward facing dog. Left leg comes up nice and high. And we'll step that left foot in between. Straighten out through both legs. Pulling the right heel towards the ground. Straightening through the left leg as best as you can. Lengthening the spine on the inhale. Exhale. Deepening into the posture. Bringing the belly over the leg. Come back to your breath. Bend through the knee and twist this time to the left. So it might feel a bit awkward coming onto the outer edges of the feet, especially with the position of the hip and the left knee. But just find your way to something that feels comfortable. Twisting to the left with a nice straight and strong right arm. And hands to the ground. Let's step the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, place the hands on the shins. Tailbone comes back and up. Exhale, forward fold as best as you can, touching the ground. Bend the knees if you need to. Once again. Inhale, long spine, hands on the shins, tailbone up. Exhale. Deeper into the posture. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's raise our arms together on the inhale. Exhale. Bring those hands together. Coming to the heart. Let's bend at the knees. Bring our arms together. Our palms together behind the back. Clasp the fingers in between one another. Open the chest and shoulders on the inhale. On the exhale, let's hinge from the hips. And pull those arms overhead. On the inhale, pull the shoulder blades back so the shoulders come away from the ears. Press back through the tailbone and exhale. Hinge. And come deeper into the posture. Once again on the inhale, pull the arms back, shoulder blades down, exhale. Deepening with every breath. On the exhale, let's bring our hands to the ground. We'll step back to downward facing dog. We'll step back for downward facing dog. And we'll bring ourselves onto our knees and toes. And we'll bring ourselves into a seated posture. This practice is not about intensity, this is about cultivating calmness, space. Good, so as we're sitting here and cross-legged, we've got a few options. We're going to twist into the spine. We can take our left hand behind for support with the right hand on the outside of the left leg, and we create a nice twist. Lengthening the spine on the inhale. Exhale, gently pressing and twisting at the same time. Good. And come back to center. Opposite side. Right hand comes behind. Left hand over the right leg. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, twist. Lengthening on every in-breath. Twisting on every out-breath. Good. And back to center. Just twist it off. Second variation that we can go for is that we take our left leg. Is that first of all we take our right knee and bring it a little bit closer into the center. That left, with the heel still nice and free. The left foot comes over the right leg. Pull it in, nice and tight. Left hand comes behind for support, keeps you nice and tall. Right arm comes up and the elbow comes around the leg. Twist on the exhale, lengthen on the inhale. You'll notice you can go deeper with this posture, but take your time. And release. We'll swap over to the opposite side. Left knee comes slightly more central. Right comes over the left leg. Let's try and keep the sole of this foot on the ground as best as we can, okay? Right hand comes behind, raising through the left arm. Elbow around the knee, exhale, twist. Lengthening on the inhale. Pulling your head towards the ceiling, and exhale, twist. And gently release. Let's come onto our backs. We'll take hold of our ankles and we'll take hold of our knees and just wrapping the arms around the knees. Give them a nice squeeze. Continuing with that nice long, patient breath. Relaxing fully. And if you're still feeling any sense of anxiety, this is a beautiful moment for you to just let that anxiety know that it's okay. Tell yourself right now that it's okay. I think we need to know that as humans. It's okay. Release. You are okay. You are safe. And you are going to be okay. Breathing in this moment. Let's extend through the left leg, fully straightening it out, squeezing in the right knee. We're going to twist that right knee over the body to the left And as we create that twist, we gaze over our right shoulder. And we just start to breathe deeply. Allowing the breath to do the rest of the work. Relax the hip, relax the legs. Relax the shoulders and relax the face. And when you're ready, let's find ourselves back to the center, squeezing the left knee in this time. Extending through the right heel, squeeze that left knee in. On the exhale, twist over to the right, gaze towards the left arm that stretches out on the level of the left shoulder. Postures like these are a really good opportunity to close the eyes, to focus on the breath, to feel the body against the ground. Relax the hips, relax the spine. Back to center. Let's take hold of our ankles. We'll pull them in nice and close, with the heels pointing backwards, toes pointing forwards. This should create a natural effect where the knees collapse in on one another. Let's bring our arms to the sides of the body. Take a big inhale and raise through the hips. Exhale into bridge pose. Releasing the tension from the neck and spine. Press through the heels. Breathing into the body. Take it into your kidneys. And on the exhale, release back to the ground. Take a moment to reset. Maybe yawn. Raise through the hips once again. This time feel free to walk the heels even closer into the body if that feels okay. Press firmly through the heels, as though you're trying to fully straighten the legs. And slowly feel the spine come back into contact with the ground on the descent. We're going to go one more time with the bridge pose. You take your bridge or wheel, okay? So continue with the posture we've just been doing, but for anyone more advanced, let's take the hands underneath the shoulders. No pressure. Pressing up onto the top of the head and pushing through the arms into wheel pose. Now we're trying to create as much straightness in those arms and legs as we can. Breathe in here deeply for 5, 4, press through the heels, 3, 2, and 1. Lower onto the head or the upper shoulders, and before we bring the spine to the ground, keep the hips elevated. And slowly start to bring the spine on the exhale down. Feeling into the body as much as possible. And giving those knees a big hug once again, if that is possible and available for you right now. If it isn't, just use your hands. You can even relax as the legs naturally open with the hands placed on the knees. Breathe take a big breath in and release. Let's take a big breath in again. This time I want you to exhale for longer. Lengthen out that exhale. Big breath in. And long exhale. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Roll up and down the spine. Anxiety is oftentimes created in tension. All the way up and down the spine. Just give yourself a nice spinal massage. And when you're ready, raise the legs up nice and high. Start pulling the legs overhead. If you feel a lot of tension in the spine, that's okay. You just tease in deeper and deeper. The higher the hips, the easier the legs to come overhead. And when you're ready, let's slowly start bringing our spine one vertebra at a time back into contact with the ground. And take Shavasana, corpse pose, in whatever form feels comfortable to you. Either fully extended through the arms and legs, or we can even bring the heels, or we can even bring the soles of the feet to the ground, palms faced up, or even bringing the hands to the belly, maybe even one on the heart. Find a position that's really comfortable for you and just give yourself a minute or two to rest, to breathe, to let yourself know once again that it's okay, that you're okay, that we're okay, and that everything's going to work out. Bringing in that element of trust. Trust in the unknown. Faith in the future. And taking right action in the present moment. Not trying to run away from any feelings or thoughts, but allowing yourself to sit with them, as though maybe those thoughts are a scared friend or an angry friend. So every time the mind wanders, all your objective is to do is to identify that the mind wandered and that you paid attention to it, you followed the mind. Upon noticing this, gently pick the mind up as though it's a child. Like the mind's just a little baby. There's no reason to get angry because it crawled away. It's curious. So we just let it be curious. We gently pick the mind up. And we place it back on our breath and our body. Fully extending the legs if that feels comfortable. Fully extending the arms to the sides of the body with the palms faced up. Let's bring our attention and our awareness into the forehead. We'll start relaxing the forehead slowly, slowly. Realizing the tension in the eyebrows, relaxing the eyebrows. Feeling into the eyeballs and the sockets of the head, the skull, relaxing the eyes, relaxing the cheeks, the mouth, the jaw and the chin. Allow the jaw to relax, especially around the joints that join onto the ears, that join under the ears. Allow the jaw to drop. Bring your attention into your shoulders, relax the shoulders patiently, gently. And bring your attention into the heart. And whatever you feel in the heart, approach it just as it is, with no intention to change anything. Just feel the heart. Feel the chest. And allow that feeling to grow and spread. The heart is radiant, strong. Your heart is strong. Know that your heart is strong. No matter what you've been through, no matter what you've been going through. Bringing our attention down into the belly. Feeling fully into the belly. Observing the rise and fall with the breath. Notice how the belly expands on the inhale and falls on the exhale. Let's relax through the left shoulder, all the way through the arm, relaxing into the left palm and all the way into the tips of the left fingers. Feel in between the fingers. And relax the right shoulder all the way down. Feeling into the body, feeling into the palm of the right hand, the wrist, and the fingers. And relaxing through the left hip, becoming aware of our legs, becoming aware of our feet against the ground, or our feet as they are. Relaxing all the way through the ankle, the sole of the left foot, and the toes. And relaxing through the right hip, feeling deeply all the way through to the tips of the toes. Notice if the mind is wondering how long you're going to be here. Notice if the mind wants to do, wants to run, wants to engage, wants stimulation. Let yourself know that it's okay to be silent, to be quiet, to be still. And feel and bring your awareness into the entire body all at once. Feeling a wave of energy flow gently through the body from head all the way to toe. Take your time, moving that energy through the body. And when you reach the toes, move that energy back up to the head. Continue ebbing and flowing with this energy up and down the body. Letting go of any need for an intense experience, any craving for deep, any cravings, just be here now in this moment, feeling into the body. Sending a wave of relaxation and awareness up and down from head to toe for as long as feels good. When you're ready to, when you feel ready, let's walk the heels in towards the body, twisting, turning onto any side that feels comfortable, maybe just staying in a fetal rest recovery position for a few moments. And when you're ready, come back up into a seated posture, opening those eyes. When you're ready. And if you didn't close the eyes, just know that it's really powerful to help us go deeper into our inner peace. So I'm really glad that you joined us today. I hope you enjoyed this experience. I hope you feel calm. I hope you feel collected. If you don't understand this, we're not actually trying to change how we feel. If we feel anxiety, we're not trying to get away from it. Really what we're trying to do is come to make peace with it. Because that feeling is there to try and teach us some kind of lesson. What are you anxious about? Why is there anxiety? Maybe you don't know those answers yet. So be with the anxiety and you'll find out exactly where the root is. Thank you for joining for class today. Remember to breathe slow and consciously throughout the day. Become aware of your breath, especially in tense moments and stressful moments. And instead of trying to change anything about the breath right away, just simply become aware of it. Become aware of how you feel and see if you can just say, yeah, this is how it is right now. This is how I'm feeling right now. And that's okay. See you guys in the next class. Thank you for joining. Subscribe to the channel. So additionally, I've created a free guided meditation that you can find in the link in the description below. Make sure to check that out and practice every single day. Consistency is the key, and it is more than possible for us to be free. See you in the next class, and make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you.